For the internet, before anyone could go viral, there were artists who spent years on a single idea, no audience, no feedback, and yet they kept going. We look at their work today and call it genius. But what we don't see is the way they worked, their patience, the repetition, their obsession with getting it right. And maybe that's the part we actually need. When Michelangelo was asked to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, he didn't even consider himself a painter. He was a sculptor, someone who believed that every figure already existed inside the stone. And his job was simply to reveal it. But that mindset never left him, even when he was lying on his back for years. Painting a ceiling most people would only glance at. He worked as if every detail mattered. Every muscle, every shadow, every line. He wasn't chasing speed, he wasn't trying to finish, he was trying to get closer to something perfect he could already see in his head. And that's the difference. Most people work until something is done, but he worked until he felt right. Vincent van Gogh never saw himself as successful, not once. He struggled with money, with recognition, and with himself. And still, he painted. He painted fields no one asked for, faces no one commissioned, skies that didn't look real, but felt real. And most of the time, no one cared. And still, he painted. Not because people were waiting for it, but because something inside of him needed to be expressed. He wrote letters about it, about the need to create, even when it hurt, even when it felt pointless. And that's what makes his story uncomfortable, because it forces you to ask yourself, would you still do your work if no one ever clapped for it? So maybe greatness isn't about recognition. It's not about talent alone. Maybe it's about how you see the world. And if you are enjoying this video, I would highly appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe to this channel. That helps me a lot. Leonardo da Vinci didn't paint what he saw. He tried to understand it. He studied how muscles move, so his figures wouldn't just look human. They would feel alive. He observed water, how it flows, how it crashes. But the most interesting part, he wasn't searching for answers. He was collecting questions. Why does light behave this way? Why does a bird actually fly? What makes something beautiful? And over time, those questions turned into work. Questions. I hate this word. So remember, if you only look at the surface, your work will stay there too. But even if you care deeply, even if you stay curious, there is still one problem: time. What if it takes longer than you expected? Years, maybe decades. Katsushika Hokusai, I hope I spelled it right, spent his entire life creating. Decades of work, thousands of drawings. And yet, he believed he hadn't truly understood art. In his 70s, he created the Great Wave, one of the most recognizable images in history. Most people think they're running out of time, but Hokusai thought he was just getting started. So maybe you're not late, maybe you haven't reached your best work yet, and I know that's not a maybe. Practice. But there is one more thing. Because all this, the obsession, the patience, the curiosity, means nothing if you never actually finish. Caravaggio didn't wait for the perfect conditions. He didn't follow the rules. He painted people as they are. Dirty, emotional, real. He used light and shadow in a way no one had seen before. Not because it was safe, because it was true. And his work felt different. Immediate, raw, alive. You can study forever, you can plan forever, but at some point you have to put something into the real world. None of these artists had shortcuts. No audience waiting and no guarantees. They just showed up again and again for something they believed was worth doing. And that's why their work survived. So the question isn't, are you talented enough? It's this: are you willing to work like it actually matters?